Greenland. Greenland is the largest island in the world, located between the Arctic region and the Atlantic Ocean. Midnight sun can be experienced north of the Arctic Circle for a period lasting from a single day to 5 months, depending on how far north you travel. In central Greenland, the sun does not set from the end of May until the end of July. Sweden. Sweden is one of those Scandinavian countries, which suffer from the phenomenon of midnight sun as well, in some places during the summer. Except that in the winter, some cities and regions suffer from complete darkness for long times. In addition to that, some areas do not see the sun like the city Umeå, which the sun sets during daylight hours and do not visit during the winter. In recent years, the city's energy company has decided to find a solution to this problem by establishing sites in about 30 bus stations where citizens are exposed to ultraviolet radiation to compensate for the deficiency they suffer from due to the absence of the sun for long hours. Murmansk. Murmansk in Russia. 6 weeks is the period spent by the population of the Russian city Murmansk, which number about 300,000 people, without sunlight. As it is located outside the Arctic Circle, and spends 6 months without day, and the same without night. Viganella village in Italy. The village of Viganella is located in Italy, and the sun is absent from it for 6 months, as it is located at the bottom of a deep valley. And it is bordered on the sides by tall mountains on all sides, so the sun sets on it every year, from mid-November to early February. Because of the mountains, so it does not get the village gets sun for 83 days a year. But the residents of the small village thought of a scientific solution to obtain sunlight in the dark winter days, so they used a group of huge mirrors that help them reflect the sun's rays directly downwards, in 2006. Rjukan village. The same thing happens with the Norwegian village of Rjukan, which is surrounded by hills and elevations sufficient to block the sun from this village, which is inhabited by 3,500 people, for 7 months between September and March of each year. The city followed the example of its Italian predecessor, so its residents had a date with sunlight in the winter of 2013, thanks to huge mirrors installed in the neighboring hills overlooking it. Finland. Finland is located in the Fennoscandia region in northern Europe, and the midnight sun is located in the north of it, so the day is long in the summer, and the continuous days of the sun increase as we approach the North Pole, to reach about 2.5 months, and in the winter there are similar periods of darkness. When it is absent, the sun is about 2 months from the north. And in the far north of Finland, the sun always shines for 73 consecutive days during the summer, and is completely absent for 51 days during the winter. Iceland. Iceland is located in the far north of the Atlantic Ocean, on the borders of the Arctic Circle, where the night is long in winter, sometimes exceeding 20 hours, so that the sun shines only 4 hours only, while the day is long there in summer, so the sun hardly sets until it rises again. Daylight hours in the summer of Iceland reach 22 hours. Darkest time. Polar night is a meteorological phenomenon that happens during this time of the year in Iceland and means that the night lasts 24 hours in a row. Alaska. Alaska was called by its indigenous people the Great Land, as well as the country of contrasts. It recorded the lowest temperature in the Tanana region and reached -61 degrees Celsius. It also witnesses the phenomenon of midday sun, so it spends 6 months in the day only, just like them at night. The tilt of the Earth's axis creates an environment of long, dark nights as we tilt away from the sun. Eskimo. The Eskimos are located in the northeastern tip of Siberia, the Bering Sea Islands, and a major part of the coastal areas of Alaska. They also form the northern coast of Canada, and many of the northern Canadian islands. There are 32 weeks of continuous daylight at the pole, and over 8 weeks more during which there is at least some twilight all the time. This leaves only about 80 days of real night.